In this video, I will be showing you guys how to learn multiple forms of Coindrops. Coming up.
Police officers in the hospital.
Chaotic scene.
So what's up guys, my name is Coach Sambo, and on this YouTube channel you usually find like b-boy tutorials, funny b-boy content. So if you're new to this channel right here and you're feeling the vibe, then don't hesitate to subscribe by using the little red button that you can find right there. So the Coindrop is basically a windmill variation that comes in many different forms. But the core essence of a Coindrop is jumping in and out of your windmill back onto your feet. Also, Coindrops are really useful for transitioning in and out of your moves and combos. And before learning the Coindrop, you should be able to do a normal windmill first. And also you should be able to do a flare, at least one flare. Yeah, the flare is gonna help out. So if you don't know how to do a windmill or a flare, then just head on over to my YouTube channel where you can find these tutorials, of course. And I bet you'll love them. But if you do know how to do a decent windmill and you do have one flare, then you're all set to go for this, so buckle up. So in this tutorial, I will teach you guys 3 different kinds of Coindrops. Also, every Coindrop is divided in 2 parts where we have the entry and the exit. So you're gonna learn 6 different techniques right here in this Coach Sambo tutorial. So the first one is what I call the Coindrop cheat, where we use the hands, as this is the easiest technique for us to start with. Now a real legit Coindrop should actually be no-handed, but we'll just get to that later because we have to get started somewhere, right? So let's start with this cheat Coindrop entry with one hand. Start with a power kick.
And if you don't know much about power kicks, then check out my power kick tutorial that you can find on my YouTube channel.
And after placing your first hand on the floor, you want to have your second hand scoop under the other arm, giving you that entry to your shoulder. And I just want to add that if you would go from a power kick to the windmill, that usually you use the turtle or baby freeze to connect these moves together. But a lot of people actually use one hand to enter their windmill, and without them knowing, they're actually doing a Coindrop with one hand. So it's not really a power kick anymore. The name Coindrop already starts to cover that entry. So let's just say that a power kick to windmill is with 2 hands and usually transitioning through the turtle freeze. But when using this go down with one hand, scooping with your arm underneath the other, that's when it kind of becomes a Coindrop. Let's just get this clear. So when performing this power kick with one hand, aka a cheat Coindrop, the moment your back hits the floor, you want to bring the legs in at that exact same moment. This softens the blow and absorbs the shock when landing on the floor, something you want to develop before starting to learn the no-handed Coindrop. To exit this cheat Coindrop, you want to learn this separately by sitting down in what I call a ninja kick position. Basically the same position you would use for a traditional backspin. I also use this method to teach people how to go from a windmill to a headspin or a windmill to a 90. So if this is something you would like to learn, then just look for these tutorials on my YouTube channel. Perform a slow backspin, simulating the rotation of a windmill. Bring your legs in to create the pump and kick your legs out while rotating to the side and synchronizing the kicks with the push of the arms. This should give you enough lift for you to bounce out of that windmill, or in this case, Coindrop. And if this is the first time that you're gonna try this, I recommend you try and get into a push-up position from that pump and get more comfortable with this move. Once you can manage the exit to the push-up position, then it's only gonna be like a few tries before you land on your feet, finishing that cheat Coindrop nice and clean. Now combining the cheat entry and the cheat exit together and doing this multiple times kind of creates a Coindrop loop, well, if you ask me, and a good foundation to learn more complex Coindrop variations that are now coming up. And if you're already getting good value out of this video, then do me a favor and just smash that like button right there.
Smash it, bro.
And next up, we're going for the head Coindrop. So for this one, we have to learn how to position our head while placing our feet on the floor. And to learn this the easy way, we're gonna start from that ninja kick position once more. And with a minimum of speed, we're going to pull our legs in to create that pump we need to lift ourselves up, while slightly rolling backwards to help you find that spot on your skull. And don't be afraid to use your hands while learning this move. Nobody's gonna judge you. But after a while, of course, you wanna get rid of those hands because it's perfectly doable to perform it without hands. When arriving on your head, you want to place your feet on the floor with 2 separate taps. If you perform your baby freeze on your left hand, you are going to place your left foot first and then the right foot. And if you turtle or baby freeze on your right hand during your windmill, then you're gonna tap with your right foot first and then hit with the left one. And of course, you can always create variations by switching the feet or even placing your feet at the same time, but I recommend you learning this double tap head coin drop first and really understand this before you start creating your own variations. And this technique is the best way for keeping your speed and momentum, and it also looks pretty cool. Once you pass this stage and manage to get onto the head during this head coin drop, again, we have to swing that arm underneath the other and dive into the next coin drop. The swing is executed with the hand you usually use for your baby freeze during your windmill. When performing this scoop and landing on your back again, of course, you want to pull your legs in to soften the blow and create a new pump for the following round of head coin drop. If you kind of got this on lock, then ta-da! There's your head coin drop. So let's move on to the real deal right now, the real coin drop, which is performed with no hands. But first, I want to share with you that you can find tons of masterclasses and more in-depth content on my website. Also, on my website, you can find information on private online classes if that's something you would be interested in. You can find the link to my website in the description down below. So for the legit coin drop, you want to start with the entry of a flare. That's right, that's why you needed the flare. The order and coordination of the flare go down is almost exactly the same as the one we use in the coin drop. Well, the legit coin drop, of course. Again, if you don't know how to do the flare, then check out my flare tutorial. So instead of placing our first hand on the floor as we would do during our flare, we're gonna curve our arm, creating a small guiding system to guide you towards the floor. While your leg swings to the back as you would do during your flare, you're gonna use this arm to connect to the floor while sliding from your hand all the way up to your shoulder. This way you can roll into the needed position. The leg that's swinging to the back should provide you with enough momentum and speed once you start to get used to this entry. Also, when you start to get more at ease, you're gonna slowly learn how to skip the part of you scooping that arm, just keeping your arms in a neutral position, diving straight onto your back or shoulders. Also, once you get more comfortable, you can start jumping higher or further or whatever, and you can start doing whatever you want with it. Also, don't forget, once you land on your back, hold those legs in to soften the blow and catch that drop. And now we get to the hardest part. It's the exit of your coin drop without using your hands. So for this, you really want to pull your legs in and create a massive pump. And the kick and pump has to be so powerful that you really start jumping in the air once you perform it. Now, at first, I just advise you to really master this with 2 hands, as we did with the cheat coin drop exit. And once you can really play around with this to a point where you actually have fun with it, I recommend you just doing it with 1 hand.
But which one, Coach Sambo? The left one or the right one?
Both.
Yeah, you want to do it a few times just by using your left one, and you want to do it a few times just by using your right one.
Will I then be able to do my coin drop?
The answer is no. It's not that simple, of course, but this is pushing you in the right direction. So the best way to learn the no-handed exit out of your coin drop is by finding a few mats, and then instead of using your arms to push yourself off the floor while pumping with those legs, we're gonna use our head. That's right, the floor is gonna get some head. So by using the side of my head while performing this coin drop exit, you're giving the pump that the legs are creating enough support to actually get you high enough to land on those feet. But I really recommend you training this on mats first, because the chances are really big of you crashing this at first. However, you can still place your hands on the floor, like at the last moment, to prevent you from hurting yourself, of course. But if you're one of those people that's just die hard at practice, then you might just crash a few times before understanding this. But usually the steps that I have now explained work for a lot of people. So once you can go no-handed into your coin drop and then exit no-handed, you have just reached your goal of learning a legit coin drop. Ta-da! Now I'm not done yet. That's right. You actually learned 6 individual moves that we can actually now combine any way we want. So let's just say, for example, I could use the no-handed entry coin drop, go into a head coin drop, and from there exit with the cheat coin drop. Well, you get what I'm saying. You can play around with everything, and once you add like 1 windmill or munch mill or flare or head spin to these combos, you can create infinite combos that are really fast paced. Personally, after teaching a lot of people after all these years, it's really hard hard to make people understand how many possibilities there actually are with just a few moves. So this was a really great example to show and display all of this so you can learn more and grow faster. So that's it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have gotten any type of value out of this video, which normally you should have because there are a lot of crappy tutorials out there, then don't forget to smash that like button and leave a random comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet and still looking for the subscribe button, well, it's right there. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can stay up to date at the exact same moment that I upload another high quality b-boy tutorial. This is your man right here, Coach Sambo, your online b-boy coach.
Give me 5 push-ups.
So yeah, at the end of the day, when you think about it, it's just all about that b-boy shit.